Hey everyone, I'm JR, and this is one of Mike's mini history lessons. With everything in the news still revolving around the 2020 presidential election, many people have been posting things they've seen online as facts, when in reality, there's no evidence to back up the claims. This has given rise to the fact checkers on sites like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's easy to look online and see stories that seem real or shocking and look amazing, but what makes a story credible? It comes down to evidence that's agreed upon by multiple sources. So let's take a look at UFO stories. What makes UFO stories hard to credit is that they tend to be single-source accounts without hard evidence or physical proof. For fun, let's discuss what the media has deemed to be the most credible stories in regards to UFO sightings, and you, the listeners, can debate what evidence supports these accounts and what evidence it lacks in the comments. You be the judge. In 2017, several news organizations revealed the existence of the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, or AATIP, a U.S. government-funded program that investigated unidentified flying objects between 2007 and 2012. This secret $22 million program, however, was not the first of its kind. Official government UFO studies began in the late 1940s with Project Sign, providing some of the most credible videos of aerial phenomena to date. Within a few years, that program eventually evolved into Project Blue Book, which actively investigated UFO sightings throughout much of the Cold War. The 2017 revelation that the U.S. government was actively researching UFOs reignited the world interest in UFOs and aliens, and below are 5 of the most believable UFO sightings of the 21st century. Number 1. The lights above the New Jersey Turnpike. It takes a lot for motorists to stop alongside a highway to look towards the sky, but on July 14, 2001, drivers on the New Jersey Turnpike did just that. For around 15 minutes just after midnight, they marveled at the sight of strange orange and yellow lights in a V formation over the Arthur Kill Waterway between Staten Island, New York, and Carteret, New Jersey. Carteret Police Department's Lieutenant Daniel Tarrant was one of the witnesses, as well as other metro area residents from the Throgs Neck Bridge on Long Island and Fort Lee, New Jersey, near the George Washington Bridge. Air traffic controllers initially denied that any airplane, military jets, or space flights could have caused the mysterious lights, but a group known as the New York Strange Phenomena Investigators, or NYSPI, claimed to receive FAA radar data that corroborated the UFO sightings from that night. Number 2. The USS Nimitz Encounter. This video is on YouTube and released by the Department of the Navy to the public. On November 14, 2004, the USS Princeton, part of the USS Nimitz Carrier Strike Group, noted an unknown craft on radar 100 miles off the coast of San Diego. For 2 weeks, the crew had been tracking objects that appeared at 80,000 feet and then plummeted to hover right above the Pacific Ocean. When 2 FA-18F fighter jets from the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz arrived in the area, they first saw what appeared to be churning water, with a shadow of an oval shape underneath the surface. Then, in a few moments, a white tic-tac-shaped object appeared above the water. It had no visible markings to indicate an engine, wings, or windows, and infrared monitors didn't reveal any exhaust. Black Ace's commander, David Fravor, and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slate of Strike Fighter Squadron 41 attempted to intercept the craft, but it accelerated away, reappearing on radar 60 miles away. It moved 3 times the speed of sound and more than twice the speed of the fighter jets. Number 3. OHare International Airport Saucer. Flight 446 was getting ready to fly to North Carolina from Chicago's OHare International Airport when a United Airlines employee on the tarmac noticed a dark gray metallic craft hovering over Gate C-17. That day, November 7, 2006, a total of 12 United employees and a few witnesses outside the airport spotted the saucer-shaped craft around 4:15 p.m. The witnesses say it hovered for about 5 minutes before shooting upward, where it broke a hole in the clouds enough that pilots and mechanics could see the blue sky. The news reports became the most read story on the Chicago Tribune's website to that date and made international news. However, because the UFO was not seen on radar, the FAA called it a weather phenomenon and declined to investigate. Number 4. The Stephenville Sightings. The small town of Stephenville, Texas, 100 miles southwest of Dallas, is mostly known for its dairy farms, but on the evening of January 8, 2008, dozens of its residents viewed something unique in the sky. Citizens reported seeing white lights above Highway 67, first in a single horizontal arc, and then in vertical parallel lines. Local pilot Steve Allen estimated that the strobe lights spanned about a mile long and a half-mile wide, traveling about 3,000 miles per hour. No sound was reported. Witnesses believe the event was reminiscent of the Phoenix Light sightings of 1997, while the U.S. Air Force revealed weeks later that F-16s were flying in the Brownwood military operating areas just southeast of Stephenville. Many townspeople didn't buy that explanation, believing that what they saw was too technologically advanced for current human beings. Number 5. East Coast Go Fast video. When news leaked in 2017 about the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, a video emerged that revealed an encounter between an FA-18 Super Hornet and an unidentified aerial phenomenon, seen along the East Coast on a Raytheon Advanced Targeting Forward-Looking Infrared Pod. The craft was similar to that spotted off San Diego in 2014, a fast-moving white oval about 45 feet long without wings or exhaust plume. The pilots tracked the object at 25,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean as it flew away and simultaneously rotated on its axis. No explanation ever emerged. So there you have it, the most credible UFO sightings according to the media. Let us know what you think. Or at least that's the lesson you would get if Mike was your history teacher.